What's up, guys? Angie Tonini-Rogers here, and I want to talk to you today about a twisted mind. Do you have a twisted mind? Well, I was listening to Darren Hardy in the Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster, and he talked about that these are one of the 6 brain hacks that we need to think about as far as trying to hack our brain into stop causing us to fail or stop causing us to be paralyzed in action. So do you have a twisted mind? Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I have years and years, over 20 years experience in behavioral and psychiatric field. Okay. So I have helped people with behavioral disorders and severe behavioral disorders. We're talking about stuff that you all think is just in movies. Okay. And so being just in that field, you get what's called vicarious traumatization. So you start to think of things in ways that normal people would never think of things. For example, when I see a Dorito bag, I think of how that can be used to harm yourself, because I've had kids or clients or residents, patients harm themselves with a Dorito bag. So this is the twisted mind that I have developed, and I have to constantly bring myself back to, is that a normal thought? And, do you really need to be fearful or watch out for a Doritos bag? I guess it depends on the situation, right? If you're on a unit where that might be used as a weapon, then it would be important. If you're in a lunchroom at a school, then you don't need to think about those things, okay? Another example of this is, let's say you're in a mall and you're with your significant other or your husband, or you're with maybe an older child, right? You tell your maybe middle child, maybe a 10, 12-year-old, to go meet up with your significant other or their brother, okay? And they're just a few feet ahead. Well, when you get up there, because you're going to stop and you're going to buy a cookie for someone, okay? You stop and you get up there, and when you get up there, your 12-year-old is not there. And you say, where's so-and-so? And the brother says, I don't know, he never came. So then immediately, what happens in your mind? Your mind immediately goes to, oh my gosh, they've been abducted, they've been taken, there's a predator that's taken him and taken him into the bathroom. You immediately start panicking in your mind, and you let your mind come up with all of these scenarios that are very, very unlikely to be occurring. And I was just talking about this the other day with a coworker, how with my own children, I think about some of the behaviors that they have and think about them in terms of what I've learned in my experience in healthcare, in dealing with kiddos with behavioral disorders. And I define their behavior sometimes in the way that has happened on our units or in our programs, right? And that's not the appropriate way to look at that. So the whole point of this is that if you continue to allow your mind to go into a twisted mindset and you start to see things, you start to let your brain run away with things that you have either experienced or in the past or have heard about or just are fearful of, then you will be paralyzed in taking action. So I challenge you today to really think about when you are faced with a situation that you have some fear of, you have some bad experiences in the past about, that you really stop and try to turn your mindset around to think of the positive things that could occur from the action you are about to take. Okay, so no more twisted mind, no more twisted mindsets for you today. Okay, if you have an experience where you've been able to overcome your twisted mind, please comment below this video and let us all share that, and we can talk about that, and hopefully your comment will help someone else get over their twisted mind. All right, guys, don't forget to click the link below this video to get into my membership site, Nurses Deserve More, for more training and more resources. And don't also forget to connect with me on Facebook. Okay, guys, the link is below this video as well. Thanks so much, guys. Make it a great day, and no more twisted minds.